Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into today's video, I want to say a massive thank you to Dossier for always sponsoring me on this channel. You guys have been amazing to me. A lot of you guys may or may not know that Dossier is literally my favorite perfume brand. They are my ride or die, okay? Stop. So cute. Not only do they have such cute packaging, they also have amazing prices. There are so many incredible perfumes on the website, like seriously, it's so hard to choose. And because I've tried so many of them, I know that so many of them are so amazing. But I also understand that, you know, everybody's super different in what they like, especially when it comes to perfume, because we all wear different things and we like different smells. You know, different things suit us. But with Dossier, what's so incredible is you can actually try out a scent and then send it back if you don't like it, or maybe you want to try something else. And you can do this for free, which is so incredible because I feel like not many brands offer you this. So yeah, when you get your package, you get a little sample. I am absolutely obsessed with this brand. Like, I love their concept. I love everything about it. I always say this, but my favorite perfume is Ambery Saffron by Dossier, but I also do like a few others. These are 3 others that I'm loving. I'm going to actually get a few more and try some different scents because this has been my ride or die one, okay? Even just sharing this, I'm like, girl, I don't really want to share this with you guys because this is my perfume, but I don't get keep on this channel, so I'm sharing it with you. I could not recommend this brand enough. It is so amazing. If you guys are interested and want to shop from Dossier, I'm gonna leave the link in my description. And you can go ahead and buy yourself a perfume from my favorite brand. So yeah, thank you so much to Dossier. I love you, and let's get into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's very exciting. Today is the first episode of my podcast series here on YouTube. We're calling it It's Not That Deep with Luma, because it's not that deep, girl. Any situation you're in, I'm gonna get you out of it. For you guys that watch my videos and love my pep talks, I just wanted to give you something longer. Merry early Christmas. Something longer that you can watch in the back while you're getting ready or cleaning or whatever you're doing. So yeah, let's get into it. I don't want to ramble on too much with this intro because I have so many things I want to talk about. Let's start off with the first topic. I got a lot of questions about cheating. So let's get into that. Let's say you got cheated on, or someone's done something wrong by you or whatever. There's such a broad spectrum for cheating, and like, you can be emotionally cheated on, you can have somebody going behind your back messaging people, or physically cheating, or just, you know, there's a spectrum, but we're gonna talk about cheating. Do all men eventually cheat? I'm keeping this more towards men because I have only dated men, so I'm gonna talk about that. But this is kind of for everybody though, it does go for everybody. In my opinion, no. A lot of guys do cheat. I believe when guys cheat, it's nothing to do with you really. It's more something that they were always capable of doing, and then eventually they got the chance and they did do it, which sucks. Some of you guys are not gonna like that I'm saying this, but there are things that you can do that might lead to a guy cheating on you, which I know. Before you guys go in my comments and yell at me for saying that, let's just be honest for a second, okay? When you start dating somebody, you need to keep dating them forever. And what I mean by this is like, the same way that in the beginning you want to impress them, you want to look good, you want to really be working on yourself so that they're attracted to that, and they see that and they're like, oh, this person is not playing. Like, I need to be 100% for them, otherwise they're just gonna go on and find somebody else. You need to exude that energy throughout the whole relationship for it to last and for it to work. And I'm not saying you need to look good all the time and do this and do that for them to not cheat on you. I'm just saying there are things you can do to value yourself so that this person never feels comfortable enough and never even thinks about that stuff, you know? Now, I do agree, a lot of guys have amazing girlfriends that, you know, are so incredible, but they still cheat on them. Baby girl, it is not a you problem, okay? I want that to sink in. If you've ever been cheated on before, somebody's gone behind your back, emotionally or physically, whatever it might be, just know it wasn't your fault. I feel like I am a package. I feel like I'm pretty and I'm funny and I don't know. I just think I'm a great girlfriend. Let's be honest right now. Let's not lie. I know myself and I know that I've worked on myself so much that I'm a good partner and girlfriend. But even I have been cheated on before. Now I look back and I reflect and I can see so many reasons as to why it wasn't my problem. Like with my ex, I feel like he wasn't really secure in himself as a man, as a person. And so, well, I'm really exposing him here, but I went on his phone because I just had a feeling. And listen, you should never go through your partner's phone, and I would never do this again because I've just learned from that experience. Like, I really would never go through a guy's phone ever again, not just because I don't want to clown myself and waste my time going through this player's phone. Like, if somebody's cheating on me, I will find out. Best believe the universe always gives you everything. You will find out. Some people just want to hide and not accept that their partner's cheating, but I feel like you always sort of know and have that feeling and eventually find out sooner or later. I just had a feeling. We were living together. He was acting weird. He was acting off, and I had a feeling. I ended up finding him messaging girls. He was calling them pretty. He was asking them to meet up. And listen, I'm not about to sit here and shame other girls for their looks or anything. But girl, I went on these girls' pages and I was thinking, what? So he has me. Like, I'm here for, I cook for him, I clean for him, I feel like I'm a good partner. What is he doing messaging these girls? I don't want to have to sit here and walk on eggshells on my YouTube channel, okay? Because if I was sitting here with a best friend, the way I would talk, I'm just gonna keep it real. Like I said, we're two friends at a sleepover, so I'm not gonna sit here and walk on eggshells. The truth is, I looked at his phone, I found these girls, I looked at their pages, and I was like, wait, why would he message these girls? And I confronted him and we had a whole thing, and now I look back, it was never a me problem. I feel like he couldn't handle being with a bad bitch. We're just gonna keep it real right now. I really feel like he needed his ego stroked. And sometimes that's why guys cheat on girls that just don't compare to their girlfriend, but they want that rush. They want to feel their ego stroked, you know? They want to look for that elsewhere. And at the time I was working a lot and I was really busy all the time, so I guess I couldn't give him that, like what he was missing, you know? He wanted that reassurance and wanted to feel like a man. I don't know. Girl, I ended up realizing like I need somebody secure in himself, you know? I need somebody that is gonna match my energy. I need somebody that doesn't have to go see if the grass is greener on the other side. I need somebody that doesn't need their ego stroked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time for that. And that's why I'm really happy with how things happen. But at the time, I felt like shit, okay? Listen, my best advice, somebody cheats on you, you don't go back to them. Can we just be like serious for a second? Let's stop clowning ourselves. So many people refer back to like Beyonce and Jay-Z. If they ever watch this video, I love you guys. They're not gonna watch this video, but basically, I personally, when I say personally on this channel, I'm talking about this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion. My opinion doesn't mean it's the right opinion, it's just my opinion. But my opinion, I don't like that there are so many couples that try and fix things these days, you know? Like, I don't like that people go back and forgive somebody that can cheat on them. I just don't like it. I think it's clowny. And for example, Beyonce got cheated on. Obviously, I don't know her situation, and there's probably so much more that goes into it, and they decided to work on their relationship, and they seem super happy now, so I'm very happy for that. And I don't think that it can't work. I don't think that you can't fix it, but I don't like that they fixed it, and now so many people I know, especially like a lot of my friends, somebody will cheat on them, and they'll say, well, they've come back, and they're saying sorry, and like, look at people like Beyonce and Jay-Z, they made it work. Just because something can be fixed doesn't mean it's better off being fixed than just replacing it altogether. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I break a glass, yeah, sure, I could fix it. Shit, it's gonna take me a minute, like gluing back all those pieces and putting back all the pieces and going through all that. I'd just rather buy a new one and learn from my mistake. And listen, relationships are hard, you know? I know that some of you are gonna disagree with me. It's just my opinion. Like, after my ex did all that and I found the stuff on his phone, I actually ended up forgiving him and I tried to make it work. But you know what? You know, something I learned from that? Every time we would have a fight, I had these underlying feelings of what he did and what I found. So we would fight and then I would always bring it up. I would always be like, well, you ended up doing this and well, like it was so toxic because I just would always bring up this problem again and again and again. And now looking back, this is something I've learned. Once somebody cheats on you or once somebody crosses a line or crosses your boundary and does something like that, I don't think you ever really get over it. It's so hard to get over it, you know? So I should have just left then and there, but I didn't. And every time we would fight, like I said, I would bring that up. So it was just super toxic, and that's probably when the relationship really died, is when I found that stuff. Because my trust just went down, you know? Now, I went through this really toxic thing where after we broke up, I actually had this mentality of like, everyone is just going to eventually get bored and cheat, okay? Because I was doing the most for this guy. I was a great girlfriend. Seriously, I was such a good girlfriend. I really did the most. I took this guy in. He was living with me. I cooked for him. I cleaned for him. I did everything. So in my mind, I was like, okay, if this clown can cheat on me, then everybody else is gonna cheat on me. And I actually ended up going to LA and having a bunch of discussions with just friends that I had made there. And obviously it's not good to take advice from people living in Hollywood because we know how Hollywood relationships go. Everybody breaks up all the time and cheats on each other. But nonetheless, I was still there and I was having these conversations, and I remember somebody said something to me that really stuck with me. She was like, all men cheat. Okay, I'm convinced that every guy is gonna get to a point where he gets bored and wants to cheat on you. I just hope he's not stupid enough to let me find out. If a guy needs to cheat on me, I'm okay with him cheating on me. And this is what she said, by the way, not me. I'm okay with him cheating on me as long as I don't find out. Because if he needs to do that once or twice and feels really bad about it, I don't want to know about it because what I don't know can't hurt me. And girl, when I listened to that, I was so damaged and hurt and really, really resonated with what she was saying because I was just so hurt that my ex could betray me the way that he did, that I was like, you know what? That's right. That is the mindset. That is the new mindset. Like, can you believe that? I mean, that shit is ridiculous. Like, I understand where she was coming from. And I would tell guys that I would talk to after. Like, I would actually start talking to guys and I'd be like, this is my mentality on monogamy. If you need to cheat on me, you can go cheat on me. Just don't be stupid enough to let me find out. When you think like that and you constantly say out loud, you know, all men cheat, all girls cheat, nobody's loyal, you're literally affirming that into the universe. You're just saying that you want that to be true. You are manifesting that into your outcome. Let me tell you something, whether you want to believe me or not, there is somebody out there that's going to be amazing and be loyal to you. Not everybody cheats. There are definitely people that cheat where it's like shocking because you guys had a really good relationship and you never thought they would, but not everybody is going to do that to you. Sometimes you can't help that people cheat on you, but it doesn't mean that you have to block future blessings by sabotaging yourself and just thinking that history will repeat itself and the same thing is just going to happen over and over and over again, because that's how I thought. And I was just manifesting the same thing over and over again for myself. But the truth is, people can be loyal. You will find somebody that will be so loyal to you and love you like you've never been loved before. You just have to believe in your heart that that's out there, okay? And honestly, no. I don't think you should ever get back with somebody that can cheat on you. That is the one most important thing in relationships. I'm gonna say these are the 3 things that I think are the most important in relationships. 1, communication. If you're feeling a type of way or your partner is feeling a type of way, you talk about it. You open up to each other about it so that you guys can work on your problems and nurture your relationship. Your relationship is like a flower, you know? You gotta, look at my plant, by the way. Your relationship's like a flower and you gotta nurture it and help it grow. I used to be so bad at communication. I literally would not talk about my feelings, and now I'm at the point where I really will. Like, I will sit there with my partner and be like, this is what I'm going through. This is how I feel. This is what I want to work on. Communication. 2, trust. Huge. Your trust is forever broken once somebody cheats on you, even if they say it is the biggest regret of their life. I don't believe somebody that is your true soulmate could ever cheat on you. You can love someone, you can have a great relationship with someone, but that doesn't mean they're your forever person, especially if they cheat on you. That is the greatest departure from your soulmate. So you don't clown yourself and try and fix something that has been broken. You learn from that. Take the best and worst parts of that relationship and you move on. And you find somebody that will never cross those boundaries and that will love you the way you need to be loved and respect you, which is the 3rd one. Respect. Respect is huge. If you have respect for your partner, then you value them and you're nurturing them and they feel really seen and heard and special, and that's how you should always be treating your partner. I think that's why there's this whole thing where girls love when guys pay for a lot of their things or look after them. Because if a man is doing that for me, if he's paying for my dinners, if he's taking me out, if he's putting in the effort like constantly, and wants to spoil me, then I respect him, because it's like, this person is really doing that for me. He's coming through. I never want to go behind his back and lie to him or cheat on him or do anything, because I respect him. And the same thing with a guy. Like, he will respect you if you value yourself. If you are not with the clownery and you're like, I will not tolerate this, this, and that. Respect. Respect is huge. If you don't have respect, if you can't communicate and you don't trust this person, why are you with them? And yeah, that goes back to my point on, once the trust is broken, there is literally no point. I really believe that you should move on and find better. You should never, ever, ever stay with somebody that cheats on you. And if you are watching this and your partner has cheated on you, maybe like you're at a good place, but like you deep down know, like, it's something that bothers you. It's something that you'll never be able to get over. Girl, do yourself a big favor. In this world of 7 billion people, stop clowning yourself. Please go out there and find better. When people regret it after cheating, it's because they've gone out there to see if the grass is greener and they realize it wasn't. You want to be with somebody that could do that to you? Sorry, tell me one Disney movie. And I know that life is not a Disney movie, but I'm just saying, like, tell me one movie with a really happy ending where somebody cheats on the other person. I mean, I don't want to see that movie, is all I'm going to say. Yeah, you don't have much time. There are so many people in this world. We're not talking about a world where there's 30 people. There are so many people on this planet. I refuse to accept that this one person that has cheated on you is the right person for you, is the best person for you. The one thing I regret in my last relationship the most is not walking away when I knew in my heart that it was done, that I could never trust him again. That's just clown behavior on my behalf, but I've learned from that. So I have told the person that I'm with that. Mostly because I just know myself and I know that I would never be able to fully trust him, and I want a beautiful relationship in the future where I can fully trust someone. So I know my boundaries and I've spoken them out and I've said it. So if a guy does that to me, I will be walking away. Best believe. I don't care how sad I am. I have respect for myself. Have some respect for yourself. Do not go back to somebody that cheats on you. Draw the line, and if they cross it, you move on. There are too many people on this planet. We're not acting like it's Adam and Eve and it's just you two on this planet, okay, girl or guy? Okay, another thing we're gonna talk about. Moving cities. I am thinking about moving cities. You know what? I kind of want to put this on my YouTube because I just want to hold myself accountable. I don't want to chicken out of moving cities. I want to move cities. I want to be strong. It's something I've been wanting to do, but as I grow older, I start to get more afraid of the things I've been wanting to do. Like, I've always told myself that I want to skydive. Guess who hasn't been skydiving yet? Me. God, what's going on with me? But I've told myself, I'm going to move next year. I'm moving cities. And yeah, it's been sitting with me, like, I want to move cities. I'm just afraid. Like, it's a big thing to move cities, you know? So yeah, I'm putting this on my YouTube so we can hold me accountable. But I really want to move cities. The thought scares me, but I'm just getting too comfortable. I feel like everybody should do this at some point, right? Like, I feel like it's so easy to feel so comfortable in your own city, but then it's not exciting because I know Sydney like the back of my hand. I've done everything here. I have so many friends here, and I guess that's something that scares me, like being away from my friends, because I've got such an amazing life here, but I feel like I'm not moving so far. Like, there's only so much I can do in the same city, and I think that everybody at some point should move, should leave their hometown. Like, something that somebody said that sticks with me is, your hometown is not going to go anywhere. That's always going to be there. You need to go and find new experiences, because new experiences equals knowledge. I want all the knowledge. I want all the experience. I want stories to tell. What kind of stories am I gonna have to tell if I'm just stuck in the same city my whole life? Some people are okay with living in the same city their whole life. I'm gonna be honest, I've never really been able to like grasp that idea. To not experience living in different continents or countries or cities for at least like half a year or a few months or a few years, I have to do it. There's so much to see in this world. There's so much culture out there. There are so many incredible people for you to meet and be friends with. I need to take my own advice. Anyway, I'm thinking of moving cities next year, early next year, which makes me so nervous to say that, but that's the update on that. Guys, I feel really happy lately with life. Let me share the things that are making me feel this way, because I was in a rut a couple months ago, and a lot of you might know, like a year and a half ago, I was going through that breakup and I was so depressed. I've been so happy lately. There are so many things that I've just been doing that have really been changing my life. Like, I journal a lot, but I'm not sitting there going, "Dear diary, today I kissed a boy." No, it's more like reflecting on how I feel, you know? Because you should always trust your gut. Your gut is always right. This is something somebody taught me, and I it's just stuck with me. My gut is always right. So if somebody is not a good friend for me, or I don't feel very good around them, they don't really make me very happy, that's my gut telling me things. That is my soul telling me things. And when I sit there and I journal, these feelings all come out to me. I really learn about how I feel. And so that's why I journal a lot. I write about how I feel, what's going on in my life, my situation, my friends, and then I'm able to weed out what's good for me and what's not good for me. And the things that aren't good for me, I will cut off, because as I've been saying and chanting on this channel, we don't have much time here. So it's really important that you weed out the shit that's not important, that doesn't make you happy, that doesn't serve you. So journaling is one thing. Meditating. I've been meditating quite a bit. Now some of you might think I'm really witchy woo for this, but I like to visualize and manifest things that I want in the future. So sometimes I listen to guided manifesting meditations, and sometimes I just listen to plain old meditation music, and I just sit there and I bring myself to the moment, and I just think about what's important and how my problems are just not that deep, which is why my podcast name is It's Not That Deep with Luma, because it's just not. So yeah, journaling, meditating. Actually, I've been waking up every day, forcing myself to have breakfast, which I'm not really a breakfast person, but I've noticed that's been making me feel really good. And then I take vitamins. I take like iron and I think an immune support one. And like, I know that's just silly and it's such a small thing, but these things have been really helping me. Like, that really lifts my mood. I've been taking a lot of care of myself physically and mentally, journaling, eating breakfast. I have this really good daily routine at the moment. And one thing I want to say, for those of you that work from home or are not really morning people, there's this toxic thing that we believe that you have to wake up at like 6 in the morning, okay? Wake up whenever makes you feel good. And some people might hate that I'm saying this. I believe the most important thing about a morning routine and having your shit together is just doing things that make you feel good and prepared for the day. So it doesn't matter if you wake up at 6 a.m. or you wake up at, 11. As long as you're getting up and you're making yourself feel good, then you can be productive and feel good throughout the day. You're winning. Although I think the reason why people stress waking up early is because, okay, so for people like me, like this is just me, I suffer with really bad insomnia. So I struggle so hard to fall asleep. And then, I don't know, like when I sleep late, I wake up late, and then right now it's literally 1 a.m. So, it fluctuates. Sometimes I do good and sometimes I don't. But whenever I sleep really late, I just feel like shit the next day, and it throws me off my whole day and I'm in a rut. So it's important for me to do these things, like to force myself to wake up early, eat food. Here's to change and moving cities or doing what we know we need to do, what our soul is telling us we need to do. There is this distance between where we are and where we know that we should be. And it's up to you to go through that distance. Are you brave enough to go through that distance, to grab onto the life that you want? It's just a thought that I'm going to let you ponder on. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I'm a bit tired. It's 1 a.m. I didn't get through as many topics as I wanted to, but I can definitely do this again and make this a recurring thing. If you guys like this podcast episode, let me know, and please subscribe. We're almost at 100K. I love you, and I will see you in my next video.